fuck up. You're a fucking cunt. Shut the fuck up. You're a stupid cunt. Suck my dick.
Good morning, easily offended millennials. I hope you like my new background. I call this "My City is Experiencing Historic Flooding," and all of my valuables are on my bed in case my house floods, so I make do with what I can.
Kill yourself! Oh yeah! Oh yeah! Oh yeah! Oh yeah! Yeah! Kill yourself! Oh yeah!
Cute and canny, more than just one out of many.
All right, I gotta leave, okay?
John, we just started. Come on, man.
Listen, there's a lot to see in this life. Not wasting it here.
This video is going to include discussions about racism, and because I am white, none of these thoughts about racism in this video are my original thought. I accredit to most of the ideas that I have picked up from these two videos created by two very lovely black YouTubers. So go and check them out, please, because they're lovely and awesome, and like, why not? All white people are racist, all men are misogynistic, all cisgender people are transphobic, all members of a majority are biased against the members of the minority or oppressed group. In fact, most people are racist, misogynistic, transphobic, ableist, etc. I am racist, classist,
I'm Lightning McQueen! Lightning McQueen!
ableist, and I probably contribute to many other systems of marginalization that I am not aware of. Words like racist, misogynistic, and transphobic are not insults, nor are they stereotypes or generalizations. Rather, they are facts about the way we are socialized in a Western society, and in most other societies. I talk mostly about Western societies because that is what I have the most experience with. Saying that we're all raised to believe that gender is defined by anatomy and chromosomes is not a stereotype. It's a fact about how we are raised. Even if you have liberal parents or teachers who teach you about gender identity, you still come into contact with the idea of biological gender through the media or through interactions with other people. Even if you are raised by open-minded people, you will still be psychologically affected by living in a society built on imperialism, which, by the way, created cisnormativity and heteronormativity.
You are retarded. You are retarded. You are retarded.
Hey there! Welcome to Queer Kid Stuff. I'm Lindsay, and today I'm talking to the grown-ups about the importance of LGBTQ+ representation in children's media.
We all are part of one big family. Gaming's happy. Queer Kid Stuff. You are enough here at Queer Kid Stuff.
Hey there, grown-ups! Okay, today we're talking about something near and dear to my heart: LGBTQ+ representation in children's media. This ties directly into our mission here at Queer Kid Stuff, where we are imagining a kinder and more equal future through our videos. Right now, there is a serious lack of LGBTQ+ representation in children's media. Steven Universe and now Julie's Green Room on Netflix are the only shows for kids with legitimate LGBTQ+ representation that is specifically geared towards kids. We've already talked about the queerness in Steven Universe, and in Julie's Green Room, one of the young puppet characters is gender nonconforming, which is so cool. Otherwise, there are a few one-offs like the moms on Good Luck Charlie on the Disney Channel, and now LeFou in the live-action Beauty and the Beast, but these aren't enough. And to be perfectly honest, a lot of it is queer baiting. That's when a show teases that characters might be LGBTQ+ and drop small hints about their sexuality, but never actually acknowledge or follow through on confirming their LGBTQ+-ness. They usually do it to bring in a more queer or liberal audience that might not have watched that TV show or movie otherwise. And when kids are watching these stories, those small queer moments usually fly by them without a second glance. It's hard to really call this LGBTQ+ representation for kids when they might not even notice it. If you think about all the press Beauty and the Beast got for its gay moment with LeFou, you need to remember that kids aren't reading those news stories or press releases in order to get the context that LeFou is intended to be queer. The moment in the movie is so fleeting that most kids probably didn't notice unless a grown-up pointed it out to them. And even if they did notice, it wasn't a central plot point in the movie, and LeFou is a villain character. It's actually pretty common for Disney to use LGBTQ+ stereotypes in their villain characters, like Ursula, who was actually modeled from a drag queen. There's also Scar, Hades, and Jafar. Associating stereotypical LGBTQ+ characteristics with villains leaves kids with the idea that queerness itself is inherently evil. You can compare the few examples of actual positive LGBTQ+ representation in children's media with the hundreds and hundreds of movies and TV shows for kids that focus on romance between a boy and a girl. You can see this in nearly every Disney movie. Children's media has a huge bias towards heterosexual storylines. This leads to a lot of problems, because the larger purpose behind art and storytelling is for us as humans to see ourselves reflected back to us. And seeing your story and identity explored through art is incredibly validating. Kids who are or might become LGBTQ+ do not see themselves reflected.
Do you honestly think you're fucking funny? Seriously. You're a fucking ugly little cunt, mate, and if I ever see you, I'm gonna fucking slit your fucking face wide open, yeah? You're a fucking angry little fucking spastic. Right, I'll tell you what, you fat little cunt. Go and fuck yourself. Go and fucking crawl in the dirty, dank little hole where you fucking come from, you dirty, dragon-eating little fucking spastic. Every single person who watches your videos are fucking stupid. They're fucking ignorant little cunts.
Yeah, I'm not a fan. Not a fan.
Ah! Kill them! Kill them before they breed! A few months ago, I made a video called Is Milo Stewart a Trans-Trender? It proved to be very popular, gaining nearly 70,000 views, but I unlisted it for several reasons, some of which I'll get into, but the biggest reason was every fifth comment complained about audio. But now that I have a better microphone, I'll be able to make this video in a better quality. But another reason why I took the video down was because I was just too nice to Milo. I gave Milo the benefit of the doubt, and looking back, it seemed pretty obvious that she was just an annoying trans-trender. So yeah, in this video, I'm taking the affirmative. Milo Stewart is a trans-trender. Before I go on, I should note that I don't think the trans-trender label is something that should be thrown around lightly. There are definitely bullcrap reasons for accusing someone of being a trans-trender, such as being a trans woman who wears boxer shorts. So I don't think saying Milo isn't really trans because she wears dresses is a good argument. In case you don't know what a trans-trender is, I'll let Milo explain it.
Trans-trender is a term that someone coined to invalidate the identities of transgender people if they think they are using their identity for attention getting. Cisphobia does not exist! Or if they don't have dysphoria and they're just pretending to be transgender.
It's like your transgenderness is just a trend. Like, all of these kids are doing it, and so you want to be transgender too.
It's a form of policing other people's gender identities, essentially.
Hey there! Welcome to Queer Kid Stuff. I'm Lindsay, and this is our very first sing-along episode.
Queer kid stuff.
kid stuff. All right, I think you know what song I'm gonna sing for you today. Sing along if you know the words. In our first ever sing-along episode. We'll be doing more of these featuring our original songs written by our awesome composer Amanda. She'll be joining us in our
Gay! Cute and canny, more than just one out of many.
Hey lovely people, it's Milo. There's something that's been bothering me lately, and I want to talk about it. As a young, confident trans person who dresses to please himself and not others, I get a lot of hate from other trans people. Oh my god, Milo, you wear so many dresses and feminine clothing. Like, you cannot have dysphoria. There's no way you have dysphoria. You have no idea what it's like to be trans. You have never dealt with any struggles with your gender in your entire life. First off, no. Let me tell you a story. When I first came out as trans, I had a lot of dysphoria, and it really made it hard to function. Before I even came out to myself as trans, I kept having this reoccurring dream that I woke up and I was a boy, or rather, I had a penis. And let me tell you, I really liked the thought of having a penis. It's a wonder that I didn't figure out that I'm trans sooner, because I was seriously obsessed with wanting a male body for the longest time. Like, my favorite song was If I Were a Boy by Beyonce for a good year at least. As soon as I came out as trans, I started figuring out what surgeries and everything that I wanted. I knew that I wanted to go on T, I knew that I wanted keyhole, and I was thinking about phallo. I was basically your stereotypical trans guy. Most, but not all of my dysphoria naturally went away. And when I do experience dysphoria, it's sort of different from how most stereotypical trans people experience dysphoria. I do occasionally bind, but the stuff that I do to alleviate my gender dysphoria is not necessarily to make me look like a guy, but to make me look more androgynous or like a gender confusion. And I may decide to go on T sometime in the future, if nothing else, just so I can be an even bigger gender confusion when I wear dresses after I've grown out my beard. And these are just examples of body dysphoria. If we were to talk about social dysphoria and gender euphoria, I probably have a lot more experience with that right now. I feel social dysphoria when someone misgenders me, because it reminds me that most of the world sees me as a girl. And I feel gender euphoria when I am gendered correctly, because it feels like I'm being respected.